Rory and Mao.
Background of you, I mean, I hate to just box you into being the legendary Supreme Mcgriff's son.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously that is a big, big thing. What is
Yeah.
the latest with your pop's case right now?
I don't really take offense to that because I feel like that's my dad, so I'm always going to be known as that. Like, I can make $100 million in 3 months, and I'm still going to be Supreme Junior. Like,
And you guys also look identical, so that doesn't help.
yeah. The latest with his case, like, it's an everyday struggle, it's an everyday fight. When you get to that level of where he's at or where he was or whatever the case may be, like, they don't really want to let you go. Like, you have like certain powers, like along the lines of like a Matulu Shakur or like what's the dude from Chicago, the Larry Hoover. Like, he's in that elk with them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like they don't want to let him out. They'll let everybody out. They'll let people that got 40 bodies out, but they're not gonna let him out because they feel like he's the person that controlled the person that would do that. So
yeah, I mean,
everyday struggle.
He was definitely, not to say that what his crew was doing is not what they said, but he was definitely the sacrificial lamb of the 80s in the crack era, and they needed somebody to just fall on the sword. And it was like, all right, you can't prove most of this, but money laundering.
And you know,
life.
And you know what's so crazy about the whole 80s thing with him and the team? Like, in that whole decade of the 80s, he probably was there for like a year.
Yeah.
He was in jail the whole time. Like, he was on the streets for a year during that whole time period, maybe 2 years. So it's kind of like they give him the brunt of all of that, and he wasn't even there.
What's his appeal process like at the current moment?
He has no more appeals. He exhausted all his appeals, but
I didn't even know that was a real thing.
Yeah, you only get 3 times to appeal something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I didn't know.
So basically the only way that he could come home is if Trump gets elected and Trump pardons him. Yeah. Yeah.
This is what we're doing now? We're doing the hand motion?
Yeah.
I tried to tell him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can make a call. I know Don. Like, that's my guy. Yeah.
Nah, that's really like the most realistic outcome or possibility, I feel like. I mean, I don't know. Like, they've been changing a lot of laws, but like with him, that's the only logical thing I see happening.
Limitations are gone, and serve whatever. Funniest scammer story of your career.
Yo, I got a whole
because I've had to bail you out on one of them.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of those. So, okay, I was in South Carolina, and I was dealing with 2 girls that both worked in Sears. They was both at the cash register in Sears. So, you know me, I'm like,
I'm about to run through this.
I can curse on here, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm fucking right.
No, this is an FM radio.
Yeah, I'm a New York nigga, so I'm like, yo, these people don't know what the fuck I'm about to do.
Yeah.
I call my Africans. I'm like, yo, man, I got some innies and Sears. I said, send me whatever y'all got.
Innies mean
like the people that work on the inside.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I did probably like 147,000 in Giphies. And I should have left. But that 147 wasn't sitting right with me. I'm like, yo, let's just try to go for 180.
Yeah, let's make
200. I'm like, yo, fuck
gotta have
this.
an even number.
I'm like, yo, we might as well just put these people out of business. Like, when I was doing it,
putting Sears out of
business. When I was doing,
which ended up happening.
Yeah. Like, yo, look, when I was in that realm, when I was in that space, like, I'm gonna go for the gusto, because if we get caught, it don't matter if we did 20,000 or 200,000. So I'm like, yo, let's go back, right?
Yeah.
So I called one of the girls. I'm like, yo, we about to come back. Like, we good? And she was like, yeah, y'all good. Just come back in, blah, blah, at the time, blah, blah, blah. So me, and I had 2 white runners, because it's always good to have white runners when you're scamming.
Yeah.
So we went back in the spot, and like that whole night and morning leading up to that, like, my stomach wasn't right. So I said, yo, I don't care. I'm still gonna go in there. I wanted to get more money. Being greedy, greed always gonna end you.
Yeah.
So we go in Sears, and my runners, we go into the register to get more Giphies, and like, I just hear gates closing, every door's slamming and shit like that. Yo, I'm looking around.
Now you can't leave.
Yo, when when I tell you they surrounded Sears, it probably was like 17 detectives in there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm looking at my runner, they looking at me, everybody's like, oh man, we in South Carolina.
It's over.
They say when you go down there, they're gonna leave you down there.
Yeah.
They put me in this room. They like, yo, tell it. I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear this shit. Just take me to the fucking bookings precinct. They're like, oh, yeah, you're gonna be in more than just the bookings. Sir, you from New York? You think you could come to our state? No. So I bailed out of South Carolina, and as I'm bailing out and they processing me out, 2 detectives come back like, yo, you remember us from Sears? No, we got 5 more charges from you. You going back in. Rearrested me and I had to bond out again. I couldn't bond out. It was like 3 months before I bonded because they thought I was going to be a flight risk.
Right.
So I was in the county jail in Spartanburg in South Carolina for about 4 months before they even gave me the bail.
Damn.
So like, yeah, that was crazy. But it was just me being greedy. Like,
Yeah.
why the... Bro, 147 in gift fees.
Right.
After you take it to the bump, man, they give you 70%. I was going to be nice.
Yeah.
At 19, 18 when I was doing that, I would have been good.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I gotta go for the gusto.
I think
Fuck
the
that.
part of the plan the plan was to put Sears out of business. Y'all should have just like
No, that was only my plan. They wanted to leave.
Yeah.
But
see?
I said no. I took the keys. I'm like, no, we're not leaving. We going back.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to do. No, we're gonna go back.
That's,
And me going back led to me being in Spartanburg detention center.
so what happened with the case ultimately?
I had to pay back some crazy ass number in restitution,
Yeah.
probation, crazy shit. But shout out to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson helped me with my restitution. So I was
dope.
good. I always got an angel looking over me, man.
Shout out to Uncle Mike.
Shout out to Uncle Mike, man. He said,
tried to
listen, man,
put
I'm
Best
not,
Buy and
if
East
you
Richards in our business.
if you don't get that shit straightened, man, I don't call my phone, man. So you want my help or not?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I want your help.
Yeah. I
Like-
need your help.
He's like, okay, no problem. Call me probably 4 days later. Where I send the money to? I sent them it, and I was good. I'm done. Word.
Shout out to Uncle Mike.
Cause I don't think I think I still be paying back that restitution today
Yeah.
if Uncle Mike ain't help.
That's why he took that Jake Paul fight.
He
We had
fought
to
Jake
recoup.
Clean your shit up.
Yeah, he had to recoup.
He took that fight, so
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. Nah,
that's
word.
fucking hilarious.
Shout out Uncle Mike, man, and
Yeah,
shout
you-
out Sid. Sid's not in business no more, but shout out to Sid.
You
too.
Shout out
put
to
him
you.
out.
Like,
Yeah.
like, shout out to you.
You missed
Yeah.
a good time. You were too old. The scamming era was fun.
I'm cool, man.
It was really fun.
Yo, that era from 2009
Yep.
to 2015,
I hung it up in 2010, 11.
I was still going.
Yeah.
That was,
I got
anything you want for
the scares
free?
I had were too much.
Oh yeah, we spoke about
Yeah.
yeah.
Which I think I've said on an episode. I broke into my college like student admission shit to get a stamp to send a letter to the judge that my ID was taken in college. So someone was using my identity while I was
Okay.
opening up these credit cards at Best Buy and PC Richardson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to use the
Ooh, PC
stamp.
Richards. Ooh,
You used to go in there crazy.
yo, you
right?
giving me
12
goosebumps, man.
washing
man.
machines.
Oh man,
12 washing machines. For what?
No, Rory and Mom.
That was a quick snippet from our Patreon, patreon.com/New Roy Mall. Subscribe now. You get a new episode every single week.
You get more Rory and more.
Yes. Bonus episodes nonstop
Yeah.
every single week. You also get exclusive merch, first dibs on tickets, Ram Radio, just bonus content across the board every single week.
It's where you want to be.
Patreon.com/New Roy Mall.